welcome to the capital of Germany, to Berlin. The last of the games on the Saturday of this match day 26 sees the home team, Hertha Berlin, who are struggling in the Bundesliga, up against Bayern Munich, who are doing anything but struggling. I'm Phil Bonney, I'll be with you throughout the next 90 minutes. Bayern Munich, in their last two games, have scored 14 goals. If I was a Berlin fan, I'd be worried right now. Although, it has to be said, away from home, Bayern Munich this season, or at least this year, 2012, not doing too well. No wins and only 2 points on the board, but they are buoyed up with a huge amount of self-confidence after the last two games. The 7-1 dropping of Hoffenheim last weekend and the 7-0 win against Basel in midweek in the Champions League certainly has buoyed them up. 3 changes for Otto Rehhagel's team from that lost 1-0 in that hotly fought game last weekend. Lasogga drops to the bench, Ramos comes in for him, Niemeyer comes in for Kobiashvili, and Otto in for Tohun. So Ramos leading the line with Raphael in behind him, then 4 in the midfield, Rukavica, Niemeyer, Otto and Lel. Otto and Lel, as well as Kraft, of course, ex-Bayern players. Bastians, Janka, Hübnik and Perdadei, the back 4 for Otto Rehhagel's team. And as you would expect from Jupp Heynckes' selection, no change whatsoever from the team that ran out in their last 2 competitive games. That 7-1 win at home against Hoffenheim last weekend and the 7-0 win at home against Basel in the Champions League. Gomez up front, Ribéry, Müller and Robben. Of course, Luis Gustavo, Alaba, Badstuber, Boateng and Lahm. The names speak for themselves. Manuel Neuer in goal for Jupp Heynckes' team. These are the gentlemen on the bench. They'll all be dying to get on the field, and if they do, then we can talk about them. But there's some well-known names in there as well, and of course there's a big contingent of Bayern Munich fans here in this Olympic Stadium. It's sold out for this game. 74,000 fit into this stadium. The atmosphere electric already. Just waiting for Tobias Welz to blow the whistle to start this first half. This is his 19th game in charge of the top flight. And away we go. The visitors in red, Bayern Munich kicking from left to right. If you're just joining us after the kickoff, I'm Phil Bonney. Game between 2 teams, different ends of the table. Bayern Munich, 14 goals in the last 2 games, but only 2 points away from home in 2012. Alaba to Boateng. Oh, and that's let from Ribéry, and almost immediately Hübnik getting the ball out for a corner, and they can't afford to make any mistakes today because they will get simply run over by a Bayern Munich team that's looking at qualifying for 3 finals, or at least getting 3 trophies in the cupboard this season. The Champions League, the title, and the German FA Cup, the DFB Pokal, all still possible. That one's put out by Hübnik. 74,000 people in the Olympic Stadium. Sold out, as I mentioned earlier. Luis Gustavo looking for Müller, can't find him. Neuer out of his goal. Hertha Berlin today without Mike Franz. He's got a knee ligament injury that's keeping him out for quite some time. No Lustenberger, he's got a foot problem. Kobiashvili suspended after that double yellow he got last weekend against Cologne. Bayern Munich, surprisingly without Bastian Schweinsteiger. He's got an irritated foot, swollen foot. Ivica Olic as well has a problem with his back. Van Buiten is recovering from that metatarsal break he had, and Breno's out with a knee problem. One of Hertha's main problems so far this season has been their lack of goal scoring. They haven't scored in 5 of their last 6 games, and the only goal in that time came in that 1-0 win against Werder Bremen. Nikita Rukavica scored with a fluke shot for the 1-0 win, but they all count. Before Christmas, this one ended 4-0 to Bayern Munich in the Allianz Arena. I expect they'll have similar ideas today. Luis Gustavo looks to play that ball towards Müller, gets it back again. Here's Kors, Lahm's with him. Bayern Munich, of course, drawn in the quarter-finals of the Champions League against Olympique Marseille, Franck Ribéry's old club. So it's definitely a game they will feel that they can win. They might have to play Real Madrid, followed by Barcelona if they go all the way to the final, but that's counting chickens before they're hatched. First of all, they've got to get past Marseille. Robben looks up. There's Gomez. Gomez couldn't control it. And then this first 4 minutes, the ball 99% of the time in Berlin's half. Ribéry, there's the Gomez running through, and again, a close run thing. They cannot afford to let the ball out of sight. Thomas Kraft will be familiar to most of the Bayern players. Here's Robben with the corner. It's deep towards Ribéry. Good control, and Gomez stabs it wide. After their exertions midweek, might be a little tired, scoring all those goals. Got 4 of them against Basel. The last 6 games in the Bundesliga between these two teams have seen 28 goals. From a Bayern Munich perspective, 4-0, 3-1, 5-2, 2-1 loss, 4-1 and 4-1. That's a lot of goals. Will we see any today? The way things are going, how can we not? Müller loses his footing. Pitch doesn't look in brilliant condition. Quite sandy. Luis Gustavo loses out. Peter Niemeyer was the one storming through, the number 18. But Otto Rehhagel, as I mentioned before, has got some experience, that's for sure. And he'll be very happy if he can keep Bayern locked down for the first quarter of an hour. Munich have only lost 1 of their last 18 games against Hertha Berlin. That was under the Jürgen Klinsmann regime. Andre Voronin got 2 goals. Miroslav Klose got the reply. Of course, Robben. Well up. 4 red shirts, 4 blue and white shirts around a single red shirt, but he still managed to get the ball away. Niemeyer winning the free kick. Christoph Janka take the free kick. Long ball, as you'd expect. Trying to go over the top. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, he's dropped him in the box. But the referee says no. Alaba would have nearly cost Bayern Munich a brilliant start so far. With a little tug, and we'll have to have a look at that on the replay. Well, that really very nearly took the gloss off the opening 7 minutes for Bayern Munich, because they've been sovereignly controlling this game. Berlin will be buoyed up by that little break. Now maybe we'll get a chance to have a look at that. I'm not sure. There we go. Oh, it would have been a very harsh decision from the referee. You have to say, Rukavica goes down very, very easily indeed. Good call from Tobias Welz, the referee. Ribery will want to cut inside or cut behind if he can. He's got behind. There's the ball to Muller. It's 1-0. Thomas Muller gets the ball rolling for Bayern Munich. And it's been a while in coming. Thomas Muller hasn't scored for 4 games, it must be said. But that's only his 4th goal of the season. Otto Rehhagel must have seen the writing on the wall, although the wall's been down for quite some time. In the 9th minute, Muller makes it 1-0, and I wonder if we're going to see another 7-goal haul from the mighty Bayern Munich. They seem up for it. They've got a point to prove. A couple of weeks ago, the fans and themselves were all very depressed after that loss to Leverkusen. But this season's not over by a long chalk. You see the delight on Muller's face after getting that goal. He has provided 11 for other people this season. As Jupp Heynckes, 600 games in charge as a head coach. His debut was on the 11th of August 1979. And since then he's had 600 games in charge of Bundesliga team games. So now Berlin with it all to do. Alaba nudged off the ball by Hubnik. Hubnik's cross only as far as Bartstuber. Ribery on the edge of his own box, helping out. Alaba to Muller. Touch off for Ribery. Oh, it's slick, it's smooth, it's fast. And it's coming Thomas Kraft's way. The ball in. Oh, Janken taking big chances in his own box. Berlin are unsettled. Flags up though. Front Ribery quoted this week as saying that this title challenge is not over by a long chalk. And he's absolutely right. Dortmund have already had a draw last weekend. One more. If Bayern keep winning, they still have to play Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's goal average is superior again, thanks to that 7-1 drubbing. Here they come again. All of a sudden, it's firing on all cylinders. Robin! It's 2! And the Dutchman will look at his criticisers and say, well, he won't say anything because he doesn't care, because he knows he's a class act, as does Jupp Heynckes. 2-0 in the 13th minute, or the 12th minute. Muller this time, provider. Iron Robin, with space, with power, with accuracy, with the second goal of the game. He's so fast. Kraft waving everything he had at it. But it's 2. Eight goals for the season now for the Dutch international. Rumours that he might go back to the Premier League. So far, not a lot to be seen from the home team. Chance. Raphael. Ooh, that wasn't far off. It was a chance to get back into the game. Preet's looking a bit glum. It was a slip from Bargestuber and let Raphael in. Raphael holding the captain's armband in place of Kobiashvili. Munich without Schweinsteiger due to that swollen foot. But the way this team have played the last 2 games, he's not really that missed. Muller tried to play that first time into the run of Gomez. Didn't quite come off. Well, nearly a quarter of an hour into the game, Gomez hasn't scored. I wonder if that'll be the case at the end of the 90. Keep it up like this, I doubt whether or not he won't get his name on the score sheet. With all due respect to Berlin, they are just not in the same class as Bayern Munich at the moment. It takes something special. Especially the way Munich are feeling at the moment. Was the much publicised bust-up between Müller and Boateng on the field. But since then, they just haven't stopped scoring. Berlin, on the other hand, only 1 win in the last 4.5 months. Gustavo with that long ball. Too long for Alaba. Won't be able to get there in time. Lell pushing his teammates forward. He joined in 2011 along with Ottel and Kraft from Bayern Munich. They were all surplus to requirements, although Kraft didn't want to fall into what he saw as the same trap as Rensing had. Here's Gomez, first-time ball. Good movement from Müller. Gomez nipping inside, but not quite fast enough. Easily claimed by Thomas Kraft. Well, Manuel Neuer has played 8 games in the Bundesliga against Hertha. 7 times with Schalke and once with Munich, and he's never lost 7 wins, 1 draw. He's only conceded 1 goal as well. That was a penalty. And of course, as a former Schalke ultra, as they call them, yeah, Neuer is public enemy number 1 for Berlin. 2 clubs don't get on very well, let's put it that way. Schalke don't get on too well with Dortmund either, so he has a hard time when he goes there too. Robert, touch on. Gomez, chests it down. Muller is, was it a foul? Yes, it was. Tobias Welz points to the spot. Christian Lell goes across to make his case, but the decision has been made. It's a penalty. Got caught in the stomach by Janka. Janka and Lell sandwiching Muller. The referee, who's awarded 4 penalties this season, awards another one. 18 minutes on the clock. Arjen Robben the man to take the kick. Can Thomas Kraft stop him? Will he go left? No, he's gone right, but it's gone into the back of the net. 3-0 now the score. Not even 20 minutes gone. Arjen Robben with goal number 9. Number 9 of the season. Apologies to all Beatles fans out there. Slipped a little bit, but didn't matter. Kraft chose the wrong corner. Jupp Heynckes recovering from his flu. Uli Hoeneß still looks as if his team are 3-0 down, but then he always does. And here they come again. Ribéry, Muller touches it off. Robben goes for the hat-trick, but he leans back. And when you're 3-0 up after 20 minutes, you can afford to miss a couple of efforts. Shades of the first meeting in the first half of this year. Bayern Munich were 3-0 up after 13 minutes. So they took a little bit longer this time, just 6 minutes longer. Gomez, Ribéry and Schweinsteiger in that game. Match day 9 it was. Oh, there was a clash of heads there, but both Toni Kroos and Perderdijk getting straight on with the game. Ramos trying to go over the top, goes straight into Toni Kroos. Kroos wins the ball. Good work ethic from him, and he wins the free kick. This is Robben's 3rd game against Berlin ever, and that was his 4th and 5th goals against them in 3 games, one of which is only about a third of the way through. Bayern Munich peaking now at the exact right time. They're not where they prefer to be in the table, i.e. at the top looking down from a 6 or so point lead. But now the pressure is on. They have to keep winning, and so do Dortmund, and whoever blinks first could find themselves in a lot of trouble. Raphael. Lel coming up in support of Bukovica. This cross met by the head of the Colombian international, Adrian Ramos. Cut out. Alaba's throw. Possession handed back. Fouling Gomez, and the referee twitched, would be the word I'd use. I think he wants to talk to the captain. Well, he twitched towards his card. I think he's going to bring it out now. Yes, he is. He had a little think about that. Left his foot very high in that challenge indeed. I think he really meant to. Acquired the 4th yellow card of the season. He has had a red card this season, Raphael. It's all smiles. Of course, Ribéry and Robben, they're dipping up to see who's going to take it. Rock, paper, scissors. Scissors beat paper, paper beats rock, but nothing beats a free kick that goes in the back of the net. The referee wants it brought back just a little bit further. So, is it going to be Kroos or is it going to be Ribéry? It's Ribéry, straight into the wall. Made as if to shoot. Stuber takes his time, picks out his captain. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it continues like this, that Jupp Heynckes gives a run out to some of the players that don't get a game that often. Peterson, Contento, who's on the bench today. Pranjic perhaps. Rafinha just to keep him happy. Flags up. The whistle's gone. Gomez offside. If Munich do take their foot off the accelerator pedal, that will Won't give Berlin a chance to get back into the game. But at the moment, it's all Munich. Subs, saying that again, Berlin subs warming up. Don't know whether that's to G up the players already on the field. Nobody likes being substituted off if you're not injured. I've seen Robin picking out the sand, mud out of his studs. Good ball, that's a good run, and that's an excellent tackle. Still not through. Raphael couldn't get the shot away. Some of the home fans thought they might have had a penalty or at least a free kick there. That was an excellent tackle. Robert. Niemeyer gets it forward to Ottel. Ottel tries to slot it for Raphael. Raphael in a straight charge against Boateng, but Boateng the faster of the two. Stuber to Alaba. And back again. Well, no coach in the Bundesliga has beaten Bayern Munich as often as Otto Rehhagel has. Coach a long time at Bremen. Was coach of Bayern Munich himself for a season. Robin gives the ball away. That challenge again. Took the ball. That's how Tobias Welz interpreted it anyway. Half an hour gone, 3-0 the score. Bastians with the throw-in. Start that build up again. They don't have to do anything more today except stop Berlin from scoring. Good movement from him. Ribéry. Foiled by Niemeyer. Force loses out to Andy Ottel. Rafael can set things going again. This is Lel. Skips past the challenge from Muller. And basically tackles Alaba out of the way. Couldn't get past him. Ribéry fell into Niemeyer's elbow. You can see the players taking on liquids. It's started to get spring-like in Germany. Lots of places up around the just below 20-degree mark. He's shaking his head. There's not a lot you can do about it if you go head-to-head with an in-form Bayern Munich. And they haven't been in the best of form, not by their standards, but the last couple of games have certainly seen. I don't know what he found. There's the slip. You can't blame Niemeyer for that. It was certainly an accident. Ribéry's nose getting a good massage. If that had been broken, I'm sure he would have screamed at one point. So I take it he will be able to continue. 10 minutes to go to the break or thereabouts. Maybe with the team 3-0 up, they might decide to not take the risk. No, he's coming back on with a few instructions from the boss. Back on the field. Munich with the long ball. Looking for Ramos. Finds him too. Good reverse pass. Bastians. Oh, that one's really not going to cause Neuer any problems. It's a big run from Muller. Hübner adjudged to have fouled Muller. Did indeed tread all over Muller's foot. Ray Hagen and Peets getting excited. So, what does Robben have planned? Will he go it alone? Try and beat Kraft from distance? Or will he look for the head of one of his colleagues? He's looked for Mario Gomez! And he nearly found the back of the net with that effort. Gomez, 21 goals this season so far, and that's just in the league. Misjudged it ever so slightly. He's hot on the heels of Gerd Muller in 73, 74. He was the last person to do 21 goals in 25 matches. Corner for the home team. Oh, off the line. Appeals for handball, but certainly not given by Tobias Waltz. Raphael looks for the shots. That's not going to trouble Neuer. And those are the little moments I was talking about earlier where they can surprise Bayern Munich, especially from a set piece. The header off the line by Toni Kroos. Was there a hand on that? He turned his body away. Well, it would have to be a very finicky referee indeed to award something for that. Well, if you're a Berlin fan, you might feel you could have had a penalty for that. For a neutral with a game like this is once Bayern have established that 3 or 4-0 goal lead, they'll just play like a cat with a mouse for the rest of the game. There's no need to exert themselves unduly. Every now and then one of them will try something fancy. Because they have the luxury to do so. Muller's gone over. Berlin, one of the more physical teams in the league. Ball's going to run out. Muller got caught on the cheekbone. Bastians. Still manages to get the ball away. This is dangerous again for Hertha Berlin. Philipp Lahm hasn't scored this season. Might get one today. There's the chance Gomez was looking for, but it wouldn't set up for him. Robben. Philipp Lahm again. Gomez gets himself back on side. Lahm tees it up, and Muller it was with the header in the end. Had time to pick his spot. Shove from Janker on Muller there. There's a possible trip on Gomez as well. Referee well placed, deciding to award nothing. Niemeyer on Gomez. There's plenty of incident for the crowd to discuss at half-time. Kovica, good little poke inside. Ramos with the overhead. Well, he's missed it totally. And you do look so foolish when you try those and they don't come off. Offside. It's Marcel Bartsch. He might just have been onside, but the way the movement went, and it's a fraction of a second for the ref's assistant. There you go, that could have been goal of the day. Instead, it's a silly moment of the week. But if you don't try them, you won't score them, as you've heard me say on more than one occasion. Berlin will have to stick to doing the simple things well to try and get back into this game. Fast passing and movement. Using any set pieces they get. Corners, free kicks will become very important as the game continues. His footing. Niemeyer plays it back. All of a sudden Berlin push back into their own half again. Ramos tried to play that forward for Rafael. Rafael's got it now. Oh, Ramos, they all seem to be rather close together. Galicia wanted that played to him, not down through the centre. To feet. Didn't want to have to chase the ball against Klaudstuber. Very surprised there. Niemeyer, previously of Bremen. Munich really taking it down the middle. Over 58% of the chances so far coming down that central channel. Done. Ramos wanted just a little bit too much time on the ball. Bastian's having to check back. Klaudstuber slips again. This pitch giving the players none too few problems. But the score at half-time from the Olympic Stadium, Berlin 0, Bayern Munich 3, 9, 12 and 19. 6 minutes shorter than last time they met to go 3-0 up Bayern Munich. But I get the feeling we haven't seen the last of the goals. Otto Rehhagel's got to rebuild the confidence of his charges in the break.
Setanta Sports, the only place to watch every game of UEFA Euro 2012. Eredivisie continues on Setanta Sports next weekend with De Klassieker, live from the Amsterdam Arena with Ajax versus PSV. Ajax versus PSV next weekend, live on Setanta Sports. The FA Cup semi-finals live April 15th and 16th on Setanta Sports. World Cup winners India return. World Cup finalists Sri Lanka return. World Cup semi-finalists Pakistan return. Watch the Asia continents compete for glory. The 2012 Asia Cup continues all week, live on Setanta Sports. Rangers versus Celtic next Sunday, live from Ibrox on Setanta Sports. Setanta Sports, the only place to watch every game of UEFA Euro 20.
So Bayern Munich, do they fancy 7 again today? 7 against Basel midweek, 7 against Hoffenheim last weekend. Gomez hasn't scored yet, Robben's had 2 and Muller's had 1. And Michel Pleats looks as if he's had enough of today. Club manager of Berlin has come under a lot of fire himself of late for his tactics in that position. There's the official substitutions being checked. Referee Mr. Veltz, and once again somebody with a few fireworks left over from New Year's Eve, for which Bayern Munich will be punished financially. If you're just joining us again for the start of the second half, I'm Phil Bonnie. I'll be with you through to the end of the game. I hope you're enjoying it so far, wherever you are in the world. Bayern Munich comfortably winning at the moment by 3-0. Mario Gomez. Hubnik. Oh, Hubnik for company, and Ribéry trying the old back heel tap in. Very nearly worked. In fact, Morales, who didn't really know where the ball was, keeping the Frenchman out. It's another touch for Bursche. Well, they have picked up points after going a goal down on 5 occasions, Berlin, but 3 goals down is a tall order for any team. And they've lost 6 times at home this season. No other team's lost so many home games. Although Hamburg are quite close to that. Cologne, but nobody's lost more. In fact, just checking, Hamburg and Cologne have also lost 6, so it's, they're holding the joint record at the moment. A little bit of climbing. Morales getting a warning. He's only played 6 games previously to this. He's come on for the 5th time as a substitute, and in that time he has picked up a couple of yellows. We'll have to be careful if he's to keep tabs on Franck Ribéry. The Frenchman has a way of making opponents lose their patience with him. Muller. Lahm making himself available. Muller trying to go it alone. Doesn't find any help from the referee. But again, it's this lack of goal scoring that's hurting Berlin. Kaiserslautern have scored less goals at home than Hertha have. Hertha have only scored 13 times. Oh, well controlled by Muller. Ribéry is into the box. He thought he was dragged down, and so did the referee. Penalty number 2 of the game. Morales has only been on the pitch for 4 minutes, and Ribéry's already got the measure of him. He's got his arm across him. Ribéry feels it's there. This time Mario Gomez for goal number 22 of the season. against Berchert. It's there, and it's 4-0. And there's no stopping Bayern Munich. Robben giving up the chance of a hat-trick. 22 goals. Super Mario sends the keeper the wrong way. Well, Berchert had the chance to be a hero. And the two new boys for Berlin intimately involved in that last goal. One gave it away and one couldn't stop it. Janka plays that far too far ahead of himself, and that's so dangerous. Here's Robben, he's got a wealth of chances. Oh, it's no, yes it is going to go in eventually. It's Toni Kroos this time, and the wheels have come off the Berlin car. 5-0 now. Well, I was chatting to my colleagues at half-time, and they said, how many do you think they'll score? And I said, well, maybe 5. I think I might have to re-evaluate. Robben. Hubnik got something on it, Berchert did too, but Toni Kroos was in the right place and kept his cool. Got his foot up and over the ball, kept it down, drilled it into the net. And this is going to be a very unhappy day for Hertha Berlin. That's great technique from Kroos. Makes it look so easy. Toni Kroos with his third goal of the season. We'll just have to see now how many Munich will get. It's doing their goal average a power of good. Plus 46. Alaba to Ribéry. Morales got his foot in and stopped it that time. Lahm with no problem keeping Rukavitsya away from that one. Just don't seem to have the wherewithal to keep Munich in check. There's Robben. And it's another free kick, which he'll no doubt take himself, or maybe Kroos will take it. He seems to have an eye for Gomez. Indicating where he'd like it played. Deep and low. Touched off by Müller. Charged down by Franck Ribéry, but with his hands. Well, that was sort of the idea that they were after. Gomez slightly offside for that one. Indeed he might have been, but he was passive offside and coming back, you could say. Müller it was that was offside. The argument would be that he was passive. He wasn't in the line of sight of the goalkeeper, wasn't interfering with play. You can actually see the sand bounce off of the pitch along with the ball. last goal must firmly go on the shoulders of Christoph Janker. Janker will be very happy that he can just sit on the bench, getting well after that bout of flu. Doesn't really have to do anything much. This Bayern machine runs itself. Or so it seems. Nice pass. Course to his captain. Here comes the red tide again. Ebbing and flowing, but always in the direction of the Berlin goal. Long ball from Lel. Looking for Raphael. That's the most worried that Neuer's been in the whole game, really. Muller's going to challenge Hubnik for it. Bastian's ball blocked by Robben. Munich fans singing a song that's traditionally sung at times like this. Oh, isn't this lovely? Oh, isn't this lovely, they're singing. And yet, as I say, 2 or 3 weeks ago, everybody was holding their heads in their hands and saying, what's become of Bayern Munich? They're arguing amongst themselves, they're not getting the results. Just one of those teams that you never write off, because they will play until the final whistle, until things are mathematically no longer possible. You should never, ever write Bayern Munich off. Like all the big clubs, Manchester United, Real, Barcelona, AC Milan, to Milan, they can all produce amazing results. Munich have been doing that over the last couple of games, that's for sure. Muller lifts it forward to Gomez. Philipp Lahm back to Gomez. Gomez will have a go. Block put in at the right moment. Still not cleared. Robert on that left foot gets the block. Janker back to his keeper. Neuer outside to Morales. Step over, not fooling Alaba. Cross. Hopeful at best. Some very glum faces on the Berlin bench. Outclassed in nearly every department today so far. No, outclassed in every department so far today is probably the more accurate thing to say. Anatoly Timochuk. A little warm-up. There's again that reverse pass. Muller tried to leave it. Here's Robben. He's got Kurs with him. Right at the back post, it's Ribéry. Didn't see him. There's Lam. Lam continues his run. Headed away. Ramos. Otto. Rafael. Back to Ramos. They've had a little bit of luck, and that's what you need, and then they had a little bit of bad luck. The bounce just beating Morales. And that was probably the best little passage that Berlin have put together in the whole game. And it looks as if Timurchuk's going to replace Thomas Müller, which will mean a reshuffle in the Munich's formation. Morales got clipped. Accidentally, it must be said. Now we can make the substitution. Indeed. Müller, the man coming off. And Timurchuk coming on. Müller got his goal. It was the opener on 9 minutes. Smiles from Johannes, smiles from everybody on the bank, or on the bench, beg your pardon. So now I'd expect Tony Kroos to go a little bit further forward. Timurchuk to take that place in the midfield. Looks to me what's happened. Robben and Ribéry stay where they are. Kroos moves into the Müller role, and Timurchuk moves into the Kroos role. Ribéry particularly likes it when Kroos plays there. Well, dispossessed Timurchuk. Good challenges from Luis Gustavo. Play waved on. Kroos out to Robben. Oh, there's a mistake. Card will be out for Boateng. Of course, Jerome Boateng getting a yellow card. That's his third of the season. He is, of course, an ex-Hertha Berlin player himself. Joined Manchester City. It was his last port of call. He was at Hamburg before that, but before that he was with Berlin. He left Berlin in 2007 to go to Hamburg. Now a free kick. This is where they need to use the very little that Munich have given them. Neuer looking to release the ball quickly with that trademark long throw of his. In the end has to settle for a short one to Alaba. Last weekend against Hoffenheim, Luis Gustavo was very kind enough to score an own goal for his ex-club. I wonder if Boateng fancies the same this evening. It's good running from Ramos. Little nibble from Barnstuber, waved away by the referee. Home fans were hoping for a penalty. It wasn't forthcoming. That was a little bit rough from Hubnik in front. Ribéry is irate. The referee's going to have to sort this. Tony Kroos is one of his best mates. On the pitch, at least. course, did not enjoy that challenge from Roman Hubnik. Luckily, for course, a lot of that was cushioned by his boot. That's the 4th yellow card of the season for Roman Hubnik. Right on the ankle. Therefore, the record books is the yellow card being awarded. Boateng with the long ball, headed on by Robert. Nicely controlled. It's not a bad effort. That extreme danger when Bayern Munich come forward like that. It happens so quickly. One misplaced pass and you're in trouble. That's another penalty. No question about it. The 3rd one in the game. And it's Morales that's done it. That's the 2nd penalty. He's having a howler and he gets a yellow card as well. The trick from Ribéry after the trick from Robin, just too much for Morales. Just cuts it inside, swipes his leg past, catches Ribéry. 3rd yellow of the season for Morales. Now, Ribéry seems to be in some pain. He might just be able to run that one off if he's lucky. So Robin up for his hat-trick, boosting his goal-scoring tally today. Can he make it? Number 10 for the season. Robin against Bertrand. Oh, top left corner. Beautiful, beautiful penalty. That's how you take a penalty. And it's 6. You won't see a better struck penalty than that. No chance for the keeper. And that kind of penalty for me beats the gentle chip and lob that they sometimes try every time. Ribéry back on the field. And I'm starting to run out of red pen to mark off all the goals. Hat-trick for Robin. Daniel Pranjic warming up. Maybe Robert, maybe Ribéry. But I think they can afford to start resting people. It's been a busy few days for Bayern Munich. But I think we might get that 7-goal margin once more. 3 games, 21 goals, that's not bad. Well, we're one off of that at the moment. 20 goals in 3 games. The big problem with a team like Bayern Munich is the expectation is so high that when they're not winning every game by 4 or 5 goals, people start to criticise. Yes, indeed, it is Robin. He's had his hat-trick. He can go off for a rest. They can't risk him getting injured. That was a glorious, glorious penalty. And I'm an Englishman, I don't like penalties that much. As my German colleagues are very quick to remind me. but that was a good one. Smiles all round. So only the third time this season that Daniel Pjanic has made an appearance in the Bayern Munich shirt. Robin still accepting the applause of the travelling fans. There's quite a few of them here today. This, of course, is not only good for Bayern Munich's goal average, it is also very, very bad news indeed for Berlin's goal average. They've now got the worst goal average in the league, -21. Promoted last season as champions of the second division after relegation the season before. But at the moment, the way things are going, the drop is beckoning. It's match day 26, we go to match day 34, so they've still got time. Things are very, very tight down the bottom. Rafinha is going to be the final substitution, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was to be Rafinha. Pierre-Michel Lasogga coming on as well. He got left on the subs bench today. That's a double-edged sword as well. Not part of the disastrous performance, but also no chance to stop that disastrous performance. Less than 20 minutes to play. Well, they've not won away in 2012, but I think we can pretty comfortably say that that has come to an end, that little statistic. So, Ramos coming off, and Lasogga coming on. Rafinha coming on as well, in place of Franck Ribéry. Well, they've been having a fine old couple of weeks. Can Berlin get a consolation? Already there's movement. Morales with the up and under, headed away. Offside against Rafael. Instantly turns around and starts waving his finger. No, 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 Mr. Assistant Referee, you're completely wrong there. And sometimes they are. Big smiles. The last 176 Bayern Munich games, both home and away, have all been sold out. And that's a unique run in the history of the Bundesliga. Ribéry gifting his shirt to one of the fans who's obviously already met him once, so he must be a big Ribéry fan. And now he's got the shirt as well. That will be on the wall. over the top. Chase for Gomez. Burchett is there. Don't know about you, but I always wonder about the fans that get those shirts at the end of the game. Do they ever wash them? An interesting question. Don't write in. It's just a question now of Bayern Munich running down the clock. If an opening presents itself, they will be quite happy to use it. But it's 6-0. They're not really hunting hard for that number 7. The end can't come quick enough for this game for Otto Rehhagel. Played his football at Berlin here and also for Kaiserslautern. Took Greece to that legendary win in 2004 in the Euro. In fact, Berlin don't seem too keen on pushing that ball too far forward either. Tomac gets it away to Kroos. Bayern Munich haven't dropped any points in matches where they've gone 1-0 up. They've won all 15 of them previously. I think you can add this one to that tally as well. As they say in German, they're still dancing at 3 weddings. Champions League, and the German FA Cup. Gomez trying a little bit of fancy stuff there as they nearly lose possession. Sometimes it just is so smooth and seamless. Like a cobra mesmerizing its prey. You just watch that ball going round and round from player to player, backwards and forwards. And all of a sudden there'll be a telling pass, a burst and flurry of red, and you're 6 or 7-0 down. Ask Hoffenheim, ask Basel, ask those 3 gentlemen there. Gomez. Kroos has got room in front of him. That's the pass. Gomez trying to make some room for himself. Pjanic undecided. Gets to the byline. Wins the corner. It's only about the 4th corner that Bayern Munich have had this evening. The pitch again. It's causing no end of problems. Sandy consistency just gives away from underneath your studs. Berlin lose control of the ball. They're waiting because Rukavica is down. This challenge might have got a bit of a Dead leg from Timachuk. So really giving Harm Osmers some of the benefit of his many years' experience. Nice pack to the base of the spine. That'll wake you up. You can see some of the sandy pitch. See the way it gave out underneath. Tony Course. Now it's giving out under Franck Ribéry. I think they'll have the groundsman have a look at that. Of course, this stadium does get used for other things as well as football. Able to continue. I doubt whether the referee will add too much time on for the small stoppages that we've had. It's a very good ball. Rafinha. Gomez is in the centre. Pranjic is there. Cut back though for Luis Gustavo. Of course. Wants to go over the top. Luis Gustavo's onside. Oh, good stop from Burchert. All the Berlin players stopping and looking, and they thought that was offside. And Luis Gustavo had more time than he thought he did. We've still got 8 minutes. We still might get that 7-0. I hold my hands up. I'm not sure if a team has ever had 2 7-0s in a row in the Bundesliga before. Again, don't write in. Added to the 7-0 midweek against Basel. That's 3 games, in fact, 7-0, one after the other. I'm sure that must be some kind of a record. Thinking from Timachuk, but Rafinha wasn't on the same wavelength. It's pushing down, first time ball from Lel Soga. Big fella was lurking. Morales playing them all on sides. Second corner of the game for Hertha. Neuer gets the ball rolling again for the record champions from the south. Philip Lahm kept that in very nicely. Timochuk thought he was fouled by Lasogga. It's the Bayern fans you can hear shouting Bayern, Bayern. Five minutes to play. 6-0 the score. Seven shots on goal from Berlin, 15 from Munich, and about 27% possession for Berlin. Flag up from Stefan Lupp. Easily cut out by Boateng. Pjanic is there. Well, Toni Kroos directing traffic on the field is very much the man with the ear of Don Jupp. Turf causing a little bit of problem for the home team on that occasion. They very nearly lost that on the edge of their own box. Gustavo's ball for Pjanic a little bit too short. Got past Morales. And you wouldn't know whose team was winning, would you? Well, you heard this. Always looks glum. Good challenge from Boateng, keeping Berlin off the ball. Chance to go again. Here's Gustavo. We've had 3 penalties in this game. All of them for Munich, and all of them scored. Pjanic with a few tricks. Timochuk. Munich just keeping possession. Ole, ole. Coming from the travelling fans. Wasn't the best touch from Bargstuber. Here's Lel. Lasogga wants it. He's got his arm up. Call from Neuer. Boateng leaves it. Alaba leaves it, beg your pardon. Neuer with absolutely nothing to do today, really. Could have just left his mobile phone there with a number to contact should there be an attack. Well, that's cleared. 30 seconds of normal time to go. And I'm sorry to say that Bayern Munich haven't managed to score 7 goals today. If you tuned in expecting to see 7, I'm sorry we're going to have to disappoint you with just the 6. In what has been a very one-sided game. Otto Rehhagel will have to rebuild his team's morale for their next game against Mainz and then Wolfsburg. Mainz is at home, Mainz is away, Wolfsburg's at home. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, have got a very big game coming up again on Wednesday. It's the semi-final of the German FA Cup. That's against Borussia Mönchengladbach. But more important than anything else, Jupp Heynckes and his men have taken all 3 points from this game. 6 goals to 0, the final score. Hertha 0, Bayern 6. A hat-trick from Robben, Müller and Kroos, and Gomez, the other scorers.
Setanta Sports, the only place to watch every game of UEFA Euro 2012.